Where does House Joint Resolution 44 stand, and who is holding it up? I am taking the gloves off. I'm calling them out by name, and the amount of pressure that this community has put on representatives has definitely been noticed. I've told you that leadership was absolutely irate about some of the letters that GOA and the Second Amendment crew, they have 3 letters that they sent up with a bunch of us backing it and standing behind it, and leadership was pissed. But leadership, so I get very frustrated when it comes to our Constitution, guys and gals. I am a constitutionalist at heart. It's the blueprint for the country, and that's the way it is. And I believe that with my entire being. And leadership, Kevin McCarthy, the speaker, who made agreements with members of his own party in order to get the votes necessary to become speaker, and he went and turned his back and lied on that, and that's politics. So what McCarthy's doing is he's dangling House Joint Resolution 44 in order to get votes. And House Joint Resolution 44, if you don't know, is the attempt by Congress to nullify ATF's pistol brace rule. And before I jump into this and get too angry and irate, Representative Andrew Clyde is one of us, and he's pushing this. He's trying to get it done, except the speaker called him on Wednesday, and let me let you hear it in his own words. This is an interview he did with Stephen Bannon on War Room.
There was intense pressure on this rule. Talk to us about the pressure that went on to make sure, particularly given the vastly important work you're doing up here for the Second Amendment.
Well, I was called about 12:30 or so on Wednesday, and I was told by leadership that that if I didn't vote for the rule, that it would be very difficult to bring my bill to the floor. Now, remember, the bill that I have is HJ Res 44. This is the pistol brace rule. This is a rule, or this is a bill rather, that takes down the overreach of the ATF. The ATF is trying to become Congress here and create a law that they don't have the authority to create, a law that makes felons out of tens of thousands, actually millions, really, if you look at what CRS, Congressional Review, says about how many potential pistol braces
Congressional Research Service.
That's correct. I'm sorry.
That's a very important.
That's right.
Congressional Research Service has said what about this? How many potential felons out there in this country if this thing's not passed?
Congressional research said that there's anywhere from 10 million to 40 million of these braces out there. So there's that, potentially there's that many people that would be affected by this ATF rule.
All right, this is what gets me fired up. You have the Speaker of the House, the one who raises his hand and says, I will support and defend the Constitution of the United States, so help me God. And then takes action like this. So if you don't vote for my debt ceiling, then I won't even bring your rule that defends the Constitution to the floor. The debt scenario is out of control. He should have done everything he could to fix as much as he could instead of giving Biden 2 years of a blank check. But this is not about that at all. This is about people in Congress who swore a freaking oath to protect and defend, playing politics with the document itself. Yeah, Jared, they do it all the time. I know, guys, but when it comes to what I live and breathe for, it pisses me off. And we made a bunch of noise, and we got it to the point where they're on the precipice. All right, do we take it to the floor or not? And taking it to the floor could make some vulnerable Republicans easy targets in the next election. But I don't care about your elections. I don't care about your job, your political future. I care about our country. And that's why I'm challenging you, the viewer of my channel, 600,000 plus of us. We can do great things with very, very little effort. And we've done it a couple weeks ago. We got notice, and now the House is on the precipice, like I said, of taking this to the floor or trying to get rid of it. They really want to get rid of it because some of their friends in the Republican Party are going to lose their jobs if it comes down to supporting the Second Amendment. I'm calling them out. Thanks to Gun Owners of America, who has been staying on top of this as well. I'm going to give you the names of representatives who have yet to support House Joint Resolution 44, and these are probably the same exact people who are saying, please don't take it to the floor, please don't take it to the floor. Little Joey over there in District 77 of state X, Y, and Z, he only won by a small percentage, and now if you bring out the anti-gun vote against him, we're going to lose a spot. That's what they care about. It's a business for them, but it's a country for me. And area code 202-224-3121. It's in the pinned comment. It's in the description down below. Here's a list of the ass clowns who have taken the oath to support and defend, yet are doing everything they can to infringe and not take this to the floor. Speaker McCarthy. Steve Scalise. You would think Steve Scalise, who was shot and left for dead at the baseball game, the Republican baseball practice a couple of years ago, you would think he would value what we're trying to do to stop the ATF. You would think so, right? It just shows true colors. Yeah, that's what I'm doing. I'm calling these people out. So Speaker McCarthy, Stephen Scalise, Brian Fitzpatrick, Mike Lawler, we got Anthony D'Esposito, we got Congressman Nick LaLota. Sorry, I'm tapping on their names here. I'll tweet as well that GOA has that has their Twitter handles on here, so you can just click their Twitter handle and speak to them on Twitter, and also call their offices. We got Tom Keene, we got Mark Molinaro, we got Mike Turner, we got Chris Smith, Maria Salazar, Dave Joyce, Nicole Maliotakis, sorry if I butchered her name, but I don't care. John James, we got Young Kim, we got Mario Diaz-Balart, Ken Calvert, Vern Buchanan, Michelle Steele, Andrew Garbarino, Steve Womack, let's see, Hal Rogers, we got Jim Baird, Representative Gallagher, Mike Gallagher, sorry. We got Ann Wagner, we have Brandon Williams, Congresswoman Jen Kiggins, Juan Ciscomani, sorry, Mike Collins, Cerise Davids, and Kevin Kiley. Prove me wrong to all these representatives, and I know some of you watch the channel, and I know this is going to piss you off, but I hope that this small army of guns and gadgets, I hope they share this video, and I hope they amplify the amount of people calling you and putting pressure on you and emailing you and visiting your office hours. Take it to the floor for a vote. Don't care about your job. I care about the future of this country. I'm going to end this now. Guys and gals, please, numbers down below. It takes 2 minutes of your day. Those of you who have done it recently for the first time, I've read your comments, and it warms my heart when you guys say, hey, it only took a minute and it was really easy to do. It's not really, it shouldn't be intimidating. You're going to talk to probably a young 20-something intern who's just taking messages. Please make your voice heard. I don't care who your representative is. My rep's from New Jersey and they'll never vote for it. Don't care. That's a defeatist attitude. Be strong, be patriotic, make your voice heard. With that said, have a wonderful day. Be safe, stay vigilant, and carry a gun to keep you, your friends, your family, your community safe. Subscribe to Guns and Gadgets down below. We had a huge reduction. Again, YouTube. So double check your subscription. I'll see you all in the next one. Take care.